Yo, what is up, YouTube? It's your boy, coming at you with the first video of its kind. Today, we're gonna cover the NBA. A huge, monumental trade went down today in the NBA. If y'all didn't know, sleeping under a rock, you don't really cover the NBA, you don't really care, I'm here to catch y'all up. James Harden, the man on the screen, got traded to the Brooklyn Nets for a monster package, huge package, including picks, players, all of it. How did we get here? How did we get to this point? Give y'all a little sum up of what happened, how we got here, analysis, and a grade for each team, and the prediction of what's going to happen. So, last year, the Rockets, well, we can rewind a little longer. James Harden started his career with OKC, got traded to Houston, was teamed up with Chris Paul for a little while. Chris Paul, him didn't work out, so they traded Chris Paul for Russell Westbrook of the Thunder. As you can see, Harden used to play for the Thunder. They used to be teammates. All three of them, as a matter of fact. Durant, Westbrook, and Harden used to play on the same team once upon a time. So Westbrook, Harden, they're in the playoffs last year in the bubble. This year, whatever you want to call it, last season. And they make it through the first round. Then they get matched up against the Lakers in the second round. They win game one. Everything's looking great. And then everything comes crashing down. I believe they lose the next four. Or three, and then they won one. It was not a series, to say it kindly. Westbrook was done. They were done with their GM, the head coach. They all left. The only one that was left was Harden. Towards the beginning of this season, you could tell he was not happy. He was not ready to play on this team. He didn't think they had the assets, but they couldn't find a trade partner until today. But what caused this to happen? Why did the trade get facilitated? If y'all watched last night's highlights, the Lakers, yeah, I know, the Lakers again, back at it again. He wasn't trying on defense. He was barely trying on offense. And then in the post-game conference interview, he said how it was, how he thought it was. This team ain't got what it takes to win it all, or to do much in the playoffs at all. That didn't sit well with Boogie, with John Wall. I'm sure the rest of the teammates would. And so not even 8 hours later, the man gets traded to Brooklyn. The 76ers were interested, but it looks like Brooklyn took the cake. So, that package that Brooklyn sent was 3 first-round unprotected picks. 2022 first round, 2024, 2026. 4 pick swaps. 2021, 2023, 2025, and 2027. The Rockets also got Cleveland's 2022 first round pick via the Bucks. And Houston had to send a 2023 second round pick to the Pacers. Brooklyn also gave up Jarrett Allen, Karis LeVert. I believe there was one other player. Yeah, it's all good. So, Houston decided to trade Karis LeVert for Victor Oladipo. The Pacers get LeVert. The Rockets get Oladipo. And this is where we stand. And Jarrett Allen goes to the Cleveland Cavaliers, and Harden to the Nets, if y'all didn't know. There you go. That's the breakdown of the trade. Now, is this going to work? That's what everyone wants to know. Is this going to work? Kyrie's not even playing right now. He's in the news for other things on a Zoom call. I was going to do a whole video about Kyrie, then this happened, so I got to cover this. This is much bigger. One of the biggest trades in NBA history. You look at the trade, it kind of looks like the Davis trade, but that's besides the point. Is this going to work out? We will not know. Steve Nash is a first-year head coach. Durant's played with Harden before in OKC. That seemed to work then. But Kyrie's a different kind of dude, man. He's a different kind of dude. He needs the ball, so does Harden. They like ISO heavy ball. ISO, create a shot, or wait for your teammates to cut. Durant, he can pop. He can get the ball, pop, catch and shoot. He can do it all. Durant is a machine. And I think he's the best of the three. You don't find many like Durant. Kyrie's not playing right now. I don't know when Harden's going to join the lineup. I don't believe LeVert or anyone else was in the lineup tonight. I know they weren't. I watched some of the game. And they still won. They still beat the Knicks. But is it going to work? Only time will tell. Is Kyrie going to be okay playing third fiddle? Because he's definitely third fiddle right now. And who would have thought? There's not many dudes in the league you can say, he's better than Kyrie. I think you can say that about Harden. I think you can say that about Durant. And I do think there's going to be issues at first. Will they work it out? Probably. They're all three great, all pro players. And if they work it out, there's a title in the near future. For sure. They are loaded offensively. Defensively, not so much. They lost a rim protector in Allen. They really don't have a perimeter defender, a lockdown defender at all. Cabarrot might be that guy. We'll see. But they definitely need some defenders. They do. I heard some rumors today. You know, Stephen A said it on his show. Kyrie might retire. He wants him to retire. I don't think that has any traction to it, but you never know. They might trade Kyrie. You know, I heard Miami earlier today. I don't think they do that, though. You got three dudes on your team that are some of the best players in the NBA. You keep those guys at all costs. You do. My prediction, though, for the Nets, they get through the East. They might have a little trouble with Milwaukee, but they get through the East and they lose in the finals to the Lakers or the Clippers or the Mavs, but probably the Lakers or the Clippers. And then next year's their time to shine. They can get some defense. That's probably when they make their run to get a championship. But I just think the Lakers are too big, man. They're too big. You got DeAndre Jordan out of his prime, old. I think that's going to be a big problem for them, is defensively and just bench depth. There are problems, but you could probably just outscore anyone. You could outscore anyone. All three of those dudes are on their game. You're beaten. You're outscoring every team in the NBA, to put it mildly. These are some of the best scorers in the NBA. Probably the top two. But this is where we see. This is where we sit. The NBA is so interesting, man. You don't see this in other sports. It gets me so pumped up. Let's go. This is what we needed, man. Gives a lot of people a reason to watch. Is Harden going to be a different player on this team? Most likely. Most likely. So we'll see where it goes. So grades. Let's get into grades. I give the Nets A. They gave up enough. They didn't have to give up too many pieces, a lot of picks. And if it works out, it turns into an A+. The Rockets couldn't do anything. I give them an A- because I think they should have got more pieces out of the deal. B+ to A-, we'll give an A-. The video's ending, sorry. You're going to have to watch Steph Curry while we finish this out. So, the Pacers, I give them a B+. They didn't have to get into this, but they facilitated the trade and got a great young player. If y'all haven't seen LeVert, dude can ball. He single-handedly took the Nets almost to the playoffs last year. Or I think they were in. I think they got knocked out in the first round. But that was all LeVert. That was all him. He just didn't make sense anymore, though. I get why they got rid of him. I understand it. I get it. So B+. The Cavs, they got Jared Allen for a pick. B+ too. So you could say the Nets won this trade. You don't get a chance to get a dude like James Harden very often, and they pulled it off without getting rid of Kyrie or KD or that much. If it doesn't work, yeah, it turns bad. But I think it'll work. And even if they get rid of Kyrie, let's say they get rid of Kyrie, Harden and Durant are enough, man. And then whatever you get for Kyrie just makes it even better. But if they just stick with what they got right now, they'll outscore everyone. They won't be able to defend easily, but they'll outscore everyone. And it's just a good thing to see, man. Everyone got what they wanted, besides Kyrie. I don't know if he wanted this. Maybe he did, but he did leave Cleveland because he was second fiddle. Now he's third fiddle. So we'll see how that works out. We'll see if he's back in the lineup anytime soon. But I just love the NBA, man. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Enjoyed me talking about the NBA. I got a Lakers video coming out that was made prior to all this happening, so I might change it up a little bit. And if the video does well, I'll continue doing stuff like this, man. I love the NBA. I love sports in general. We could do football. We could do all of it. I love sports, man. But yeah, 2K, I'll have another video coming out. Probably a Harden build. Jump shot, something like that, if y'all are interested in 2K videos. But, yeah, man. Be safe. Give someone a hug. And it's been your boy, Chronic. I'm out. Peace.